Rest in peace, my ghetto angels.
It is not because you are black. I repeat, it is not because you are black. It is because you lack morals, self-respect, and character. You are loud, you are obnoxious, disrespectful, with very little regard for anyone else. You don't just tolerate dysfunction, you defend it. You protect the degenerates, and then you try to silence anyone who is calling for accountability.
Facts.
You let the worst of the community become the face of the community.
Who's more racist, black people or white people? Black people. You know why? We hate black people too.
Our brother, Chris Rock.
Now we got a lot of things, a lot of racism going on in the world right now. Who's more racist, black people or white people? Black people. You know why? We hate black people too.
Facts.
Everything white people don't like about black people really don't like about black people. There's some shit going on with black people right now. It's like a civil war going on with black people.
Black fatigue is a thing. Newsflash. White people don't want to live around ratchet black people. And black people don't want to live around ratchet black people.
Facts.
I mean, it's nothing like going to the Walmart on a Sunday morning and then you see the Bonnet Crew walk in. Loud, obnoxious, the kids are everywhere, in every aisle, unattended. And that's anywhere you go, no matter what. They're highly emotional, highly sensitive. You can't say nothing, and always the victim of something. Either you stepped on a shoe, you looked at them wrong, you told them good morning. They're never happy, they're never satisfied. And you wonder why normal, good black people move out of the hood as soon as they start getting successful. I was one of those black people that said, man, if I made some money, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna buy up this, buy up that. I'm gonna support the community. As soon as I got my money, I got the fuck up out of there. Because they don't know how to appreciate good shit. And my suburban kids don't need to be dealing with that bullshit. Crab in a barrel mentality.
Facts.
Never take accountability for nothing.
Facts.
So yeah, black fatigue is a thing. And I'll tell you, a lot of people are fucking tired. They're tired of dealing with these kind of people on a daily basis. I mean, I get anxiety when I walk inside of a mall nowadays. I mean, because you got these YNs running around and they don't respect nothing. So I don't care what anybody says. White America is tired of you, and we are too.
It is not because you are black. I repeat, it is not because you are black. It is because you lack morals, self-respect, and character. You are loud, you are obnoxious, disrespectful, with very little regard for anyone else. You don't just tolerate dysfunction, you defend it. You protect the degenerates, and then you try to silence anyone who is calling for accountability.
Facts.
You let the worst of the community become the face of the community, and then you get upset when the world treats you like we are all degenerates. And then you want people to care about black lives.
You hear that? She says you let the worst of the community become the face of the community. Wow. Powerful and true words. Powerful and true words.
Black people kill more black people than anyone. We are first in line to get an abortion. And the children that are actually in the community, they can't even fucking read. And then instead of holding accountability for the things that are actually going on in our community, we scapegoat white people. White people that have nothing to do with what is going on within the black community.
Facts.
So if it is because you're black, thank other black people.
Who invited these jigaboos? I'm sorry, but you really can't take certain, folk places. Sometimes you just can't take them nowhere nice. You can't have a good time with certain black people. And nobody wants to say that part out loud because immediately it's like you're racist. It's respectability politics. It's all of these. How about no? It's just that ghetto blacks have a tendency to ruin all the fun. They're confrontational. They're constantly living in this sort of state of fight or flight. They can't settle. They can't live in peace. They're always like, who said what about who? Where's my gun? Where's my this? Where's my that? Let me get to shooting in this. Right. It was supposed to be a party where you just go, have some little foods, have some little drinks, have a little music, have a good time. some Shaquafala or some Pookie Ray Ray decided to, stir the pot, I guess. It's inevitable whenever you get a group of these types of ghetto blacks in one place. They always got to mess up the fun for everybody. You can't take them nowhere. Sorry, but nobody else wants to say it.
Real quick, just to piggyback off what she's saying, man, it's that propensity for violence. It's the bravado. We got to act a certain way. We got to act tough. We got to act ignorant, disrespectful, loud, obnoxious, and the I don't give a fuck attitude about anyone. My opinion is this. We're all in a public space. We're all in, here living amongst each other in public spaces, man. We want a certain decorum in public spaces, okay? If you want to act violent and you want to be disrespectful to one another, man, do that in your home. You understand? This type of behavior, people are sick of it. And to me, it is not black fatigue. It is N-words fatigue. It's always have to prove a point. It's always, I'm not going to let anyone disrespect you when no one is disrespecting you. You're looking for a problem. And then when you can't handle the problem or when that problem is too big for you, there's always the victimization of it. There's an excuse on why you acted this way. And then somehow, some way, it comes all the way back to racism or people, you feel people are being prejudiced towards you. This is something that you make up in your mind. I would say 95% of the time. I think there is a small percentage, and I'm going off of personal experience, and I'm going off of experience of other family members, right? The majority of the time has nothing to do with racism. It has everything to do with, you being an asshole.
Is black fatigue a real thing? You know me, I won't shy away from a conversation. And no, it's not. Let me explain something to everybody. What you are seeing right now is woke political fatigue. There are plenty of black people that are not woke, that do not pretend to be a victim every day, that do not dislike white people just because they exist, that do not think the world owes them something, that are conservative, that voted for Trump. If black fatigue was a real thing, it would encompass all black people, and it does not. I know people don't like to hear that politics is at the root of everything going on in this country right now, but it is. Just like people going around saying there's about to be a race war, it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. There may be a political war in the guise of a race war, but it will never be about race. One, the numbers ain't there. Two, our political beliefs are intertwined with our racism, our core values. They're sewn together with a single thread. The Liberal Party plays on that victimhood. Not only does it encourage it, it celebrates it. Which does nothing but empower people that think they're victim. Which is why everybody's getting so brazen right now in society. Y'all do not be fooled. This is not racial warfare. At its heart, this is political warfare. There may be a few radical people, but to this I say to them, nobody come over here alive today on that boat. Nobody alive today owned anybody on that boat. And one of the biggest things that people forget, yes, white people might have bought black people, but black people sold black people.
Facts. You hear what he said at the end? White people may have bought black people, but black people sold black people. That is a piece of the argument that most black people would love to. They love to leave that part out, man. They love to leave that part out. But it's the truth.
Oh, I better back it up.
We're here so messing it up.
Fatigue came across my timeline this morning, and I will actually be able to say, black people around the world, whether you're French, Latino, whatever, we're tired. And for you guys who don't know, there's a difference between black people and the N-word.
Facts.
Black people don't feel oppressed. They want to change their circumstances.
Facts.
They want to go to school, and they want to make a better way for themselves. And even if they're currently on EBT, they have a plan to get off of it and be successful.
Let me expound real quick on what this brother is saying. Some of us grew up in the hood, man. We grew up poor. We grew up in government housing. We grew up in gangs or gang affiliated or whatever. We grew up around all of that, man. Involved in things we definitely shouldn't have been involved in. But there comes a time in your life when you get older. Maybe for me, it was when I became a father, when I realized that type of stuff, no. I wouldn't want that for my kids or anybody else's kids, man. You want to see your family grow up and your kids grow up and be successful, have great lives, respectful lives, loving lives, respect people and be respected, love and be loved and be successful and have great, beautiful lives, man. You know, I truly believe that no parent should bury their children, man. Your children is supposed to bury the parents, dude. And you know, it's just too much. And for people that champion this behavior, why? Why champion this behavior when you're watching a lot of young black people die in these streets, man?
The N-words want Section 8 forever, want to be on EBT forever, messes up their neighborhoods,
Facts.
burn things, tear down things, and nobody wants to live next to them. So there's
Facts.
nobody more tired and fatigued than black people of N-words. And you guys don't understand that. So when you have a person like Shiloh that comes out and calls this kid an N-word, even though you don't think it was appropriate, you can understand where she's coming from, because we don't even want to live by you. And so now you're getting upset that someone decides to stand up, because we live in a world where the N-words get to say anything that they want to say
Facts.
to anyone, call people out of their names, be rude, use all type of slanders. And the first moment someone of a different nationality says something, then it's a problem. They're
Yeah.
a racist, you're misogynist, all these different things. And I'll tell you, I'm tired too. And I am so glad that someone just came straight out and said,
Long time coming video. Black fatigue. A lot of y'all are gonna get mad at me, but when are you not? What is
Love the
black
hat, man.
fatigue? People are tired of your shit. People are tired of the black community. It is what it is. Even black people are tired of the black community. That should tell you something. But they just call us derogatory names just like they call white folks. People are tired of seeing the same shit over and over again. And if they say anything about it, it's racist. If they want something done about it, it's racist. If they
Right.
want justice for a crime that was committed by the black community, racist. Like I
Right.
said, you don't have to be white to experience this. Asian people, Hispanic people, white people, even black people experience black fatigue. Simply being tired of that shit. It's not an unreasonable thing. I know I've been kicked out of the black community and everything, but I still got the skin. I have to look at these videos of these people doing this shit every day.
I've seen
They
this
all
happen too.
look like me. They're all young individuals that look like me. I'm tired of seeing that shit.
Facts.
Do you feel safe around black people? Your own kind?
No. No, I don't.
And do you feel safe around white people?
Yes, I feel very safe around white people. I feel very,
That's
I
some
feel
real
very
shit.
safe around white
You
people.
ain't gotta explain that. It's just, that's some wild shit, but I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
yeah. I'm comfortable when I'm around white people. I'm alert when I'm around black people.
That's crazy.
Damn, that's deep.
I'm alert and I'm on edge because I know it's gonna.
He said he feels comfortable about white people. He feels alert around black people. If you're being honest with yourself, if you've grown up in these communities and if you're honest with yourself, you know what that statement is true. That statement is true, man. I mean, do you really want violence over peace? Really? Come on, man. I don't personally know anyone that wants their children around violence. That wants their family, their woman around violence. They want peace, man. They don't want nothing to do with that stuff, man. They want nothing to do with violence. They want peace. They want to be respectful. They want to have a certain decorum in public spaces, man. It is what it is, bro. This is what we want. It is what it is. You know, this whole thing with black fatigue, I think the wording is wrong. I really believe it is in words fatigue. Like my man Chris Rock said almost 30 years ago, man, this brother, man, he was right. You know, there's black people versus the N-words.